One of the things that I probably get the most questions about is how to stay motivated when it's, when things aren't looking the greatest for a person's situation. I mean, and that can be anything. It doesn't even have to be with sales or with business or anything. You can just be in life. And I had to take a little bit of time to think about that, because I think that's kind of a tough question to answer. There's so many different things that motivates people, from money to family to to fame to just, all sorts of stuff. So it's hard to really pinpoint something that I can suggest as a way to stay as a way to help you stay motivated. But what I can do is maybe kind of frame the picture a little bit. So horse training and listen, I don't claim to be a professional horse trainer. I'm not even hardly a horse trainer, if you want to say that. I'm more of I ride horses and I have an understanding of what they do, and I try to get them to do what I want. There's guys out there and girls out there that are horse trainers, and that's not me, but I kind of understand the theory of it, and it's real similar to business and to sales. In business, there's this word that's thrown around called compression, and essentially what that means is taking an event and compressing it down into a smaller time frame. So, let's say you want to start a business and grow it to be whatever size and whatever your goals are. Let's say you write them down on a piece of paper, and you're thinking, okay, realistically, it's going to take me 12 months to hit these goals. If you could mentally compress that down in your mind to the point of it being a lot shorter time. So say instead of 12 months, 6 months, and you actually focus every day from the time you get up to the time you go to bed on completing that goal in that shorter amount of time. I think for me, that's what helps to keep me motivated, is just I look at the big picture, and then I shrink that big picture down, and I do it in a way that I have no choice but to keep pushing. If I don't push hard every day, then I become stagnant. If I become stagnant, then I lose motivation. I lose motivation, I get depressed. Well, training horses is kind of the similar idea. The first let's say 30, maybe probably 60 days of their training when they're young, it's kind of a blitz. Trainers will put a bunch of rides on them. They'll do a bunch of groundwork in that 1 to 2 month time frame, and they're really pushing hard. They're trying to keep the foundation, and get a solid foundation, but they're also pushing to get that training in that amount of time. Instead of, realistically, it's something that should take 6 months, but trying to get people to pay for 6 months at a trainer with a lot of horses is tough. So they're trying to compress all that down into a couple months and get things accomplished. Kind of the same way, with business. It's even if you do compress your goals down into a smaller time frame, you're trying to get things done, you still have to get that foundation in. You really can't grow a business without a solid foundation. And that can be, like, for me, it's as simple as just writing down what that foundation is and just getting to understand that and live that foundation. But I don't focus on it heavily. It's there. It's something that I follow. It becomes standard procedure. But I push really hard on everything else to get those goals met in a shorter amount of time. So I think that kind of sums up the way that I stay motivated. I don't want to say that I'm motivated by money. I'm motivated by whatever, because the things that motivate me will change at different points in my life. Of course, family motivates me. I don't want to let them down, and that kind of stays constant. But generally, setting that aside, I'm motivated by different things at different points in my life. But the one thing that stays constant is that compression theory, I guess, if you want to call it that. I don't know. I was out on a ride today and just working with a horse today and trying to get through some stuff with her, and man, she's becoming such a nice horse. Gosh, just a month ago we couldn't do this without her wanting to kind of just run. Like, she just had so much energy just wanting to go, and now she's starting to understand that it's good if we relax. It's an enjoyable ride. And I think that kind of goes back to business as well. If you can, yes, compress your goals down into smaller amounts of time, but also try to relax and enjoy the ride.